We'll try starting a car which has spent the entire winter underwater. Today is going to be quite a lot of fun. You see what's going on here, right? So we've come here to finish what we weren't able to complete in the fall. So the car that we immersed into this here lake, the ice has receded and now it's time to retrieve the thing. That won't be a simple task, as you can imagine. Drowning it was much easier. What have I got here? Some gasoline, some diesel fuel, a few batteries, a set of spanners, a couple of ignition system components such as a switch and a new coil just in case. I've also brought an air compressor, so that I can dry all the electrical connections, the distributor and anything else that took in some water. It's pretty much everything you need to at least try starting a car after it's spent the entire winter season underwater. And here's another thing I brought with me. I wanted to do some diving, but this turned out to be too small for me. We'll have to find another way to fish the car out. In order to at least somewhat keep track of what's going on, I've brought my inflatable boat together with a gigantic anchor. I brought the anchor with me to spare the guys from going into the water. You might remember that the rear glass shattered when we were placing the car in the water. Anyway, so the idea is hooking it to the C-pillar or the roof and try to make something happen. The water is still freezing cold. Anyway, I suggest we unpack everything, get ourselves prepared and start extracting that car already. Starting a car which spent 6 months underwater. As always, translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Here's what we're looking at. We were able to extract the car, but look at what's happened to it. Since the water wasn't too deep, when the lake froze up, the ice completely smashed the roof of our car. It looks almost like a convertible. Okay, what do we got here? I just have to open the hood first. Yeah, things aren't looking too good. It seems like I was a bit optimistic about getting the car out and firing it up right here. I suggest we at least install a battery and see how the starter motor's feeling. We'll obviously have to pull the spark plugs out to remove any water from the cylinders, for the motor to be able to turn over. Then again, I don't even know whether it's going to turn in the first place. Well, at least I'll give it a try. If the starter motor shows some sign of life, that means we at least have a chance. At least let me hide my face. Did you see that, fellas? We have spark. Awesome. Who said that Ladas are rubbish? Okay, fellas, so we do have spark and everything, so we are looking pretty good. We've also drained all the water from the motor. Now it's time to fill it up with some oil. I mean, not having any oil in an engine is not a good thing. Okay. Okay, so we went ahead and blew at least some water out using compressed air, like from the carburetor and so on. We seem to have removed all the water from the combustion chambers, and we even seem to have some compression happening. We still decided to play it safe and add some oil. Now we just turn the motor, supplying it with fuel straight from the carburetor. We're gonna have to look out for any signs of combustion. If we see any, well, that would be fantastic. Maybe one of you could press the gas. Alright, something's happening. Oh, wow! Nice! Let's try that again. Okay, I see. So here's the situation, fellas. Domestic cars are quite reliable after all. This car spent the winter underwater. You can plainly see what sort of condition it's in. But all we had to do was remove any water from the engine, dry the ignition system a bit, and that's it. Well, we obviously had to get a fuel supply going, and we also replaced the spark plugs. But that's it. And now this thing works. I seriously disagree with people who think that Ladas are trash. Go ahead and get yourself a car made by any other manufacturer. I'm pretty sure it won't be this easy. Here, though, we extracted the car from a lake, and just 1 hour later it's running. I mean, what? These are some great cars. Okay, so now we've connected a bottle filled with some gas. Let's try starting it so that it runs just a bit longer. Let's try it out. That didn't work. It is on fire. Come on, man, keep going. All right. What gives? Looks like we're out of gas. What do you mean out of gas? It runs! Oh, we have a runaway motor. Nope, it just stalled. Now what do we do? Anyway, fellas, that's beside the point. What matters is that the motor works. It starts and it runs. We would have to clean it out and do some other things for it to be a champ. But we won't be getting into that. Our goal was simple. For the car to spend the winter underwater, and for it to start once it got out. And we've accomplished that. So don't go talking shit about Ladas. These are some really nice cars. This isn't some import. What we have here is a Lada, and these don't go down easily. Anyway, fellas, our experiment has been 107% successful, and that's all I have for you today. So leave us some comments and suggestions, subscribe, hit that like button, don't forget about our VK page and our Instagram. Alright, later, fellas.